Hello, my name is Keshwani. It's Keshwani, Keshwani. We are here because we want to prepare for the GMAT. We have been solving GMAT math problems out of this book here, GMAT Review, the official guide, the 13th edition. If you do not own this book already, purchase one immediately. You're going to need it. The problem that we are about to solve is the one that you will find on page number 176. Please turn to page 176, the very first problem on the page. The problem dealing with Jack and not Jill, but Bill. What a shame. But I suppose Jack and Bill could have just as much fun as Jack and Jill, I suppose. Why not? Jack is 14 years older than Bill, we are told. We are told that in 10 years' time, Jack, I say silly things, you understand? Just ignore it. In 10 years' time, we are told that Jack will be twice as old as Bill, obviously. Question is, how old will Jack be in 5 years' time? It's an algebra word problem. Let me make a note here before I forget it. Algebra word problems. If you are one of those people who is not very good with word problems, and word problems appear on the exam all the time, you have to have some sort of a proficiency at solving not very complicated algebra word problem, but something as simple as this. Yes, this does qualify as a simple algebra word problem. And if you need some help on it, you will find at my channel 100 videos starting from day 101 through 200. Just look for algebra word problems. And if you, as I said, if you're somebody who is very shaky on it, somebody who doesn't have a very good foundation, then my advice would be to start with the day number 1, day 101 that is, and work your way up slowly, and make sure you do not miss any of those videos. Practice every single problem with me, and by the time you reach to day 200, I am fairly certain that you'll be better at solving algebra word problem than what you started out with. But you have to make sure that you do all of them. They start out in a very simple, very elementary concept, but then they get a little bit more complicated as we go higher up in the number. This would qualify as a typical algebra word problem that you can expect to find on GMAT. And in algebra word problem, the most important ingredient is knowing how to set it up properly. Anyway, I'm done with my sermon. Let's start it. So we're gonna let letter G to represent Jack's present age. We're going to use letter B to represent Bill's present age. Let's see what happens. There are two unknowns here, J and Bill. Jack's age and Bill's age. There are two unknowns here, two unknown variables, which means we need two independent equations. That's all it is. We just have to find the two equations. Once we have the two equations, the rest is downhill. Where are the two equations going to come from? Well, they're going to come from the first two sentences. Each sentence is an equation. That's what it is. A sentence in a language, the equivalent concept, a comparable concept. Algebra is the language. I'm breaking it to another sermon. Algebra is a language, and just like any other, just like in any language, which are made up of sentences, in algebra the comparable concept is an equation. It's no different. An equation is a sentence. It's a sentence in the language of algebra. So here's our first sentence. Jack is now 14 years older than Bill. Jack is now, because is now part, it comes from the fact that we are using J to represent his present age. Is now, is the equal sign, 14 years more than Bill. So whatever Bill's age is, if we add 14 to it, that will be Jack's age. There you go, that's our first equation. But that was very simple. We are further told that in 10 years' time, well, ask ourselves first of all, how old will Jake be in 10 years' time? Well, in 10 years from now, if he's J years old today, then in 10 years' time he must be J plus 10. That's his age 10 years from now. In 10 years from now, he'll be J plus 10. And we are told at that point he'll be twice as old as Bill. How old will Bill be if he's B years old today? If Bill is B years old today, just like Jack, in 10 years' time, he'll be 10 more, obviously. And what we are told is that if you were to take 2 times that amount, that will equal Jack's age. That's it, we are done. The rest is downhill. All we have to do is substitute this equation into this equation and solve for the variables. That's all. J we are told is b plus 14, we're going to put it in here. J equals b plus 14, b plus 14 equals j plus 10 equals 2 times b is 2b and 2 times 10 is 20. We're going to continue this thing on the top here, or we can do it over there. Where should we do it? 14 plus 10 is 24, b plus 24 equals 2b plus 20. Subtract b from both sides. If we subtract b from both sides, then we'll end up with b equals, if you were to subtract b from here and b from here, this b will drop out, and subtract 20 from both sides, and that will drop out this 20. So here we'll end up 2b minus a b, which is b, and here we'll end up with 24 minus a 20. Oh, there you go. Bill is 4 years old. Bill today is 4 years old. If Bill is today 4, if we are claiming, this is just a claim, if we're going to claim that Bill is 4 years old today, then given the fact that Jack is 14 years older than Bill, Jack must be 18. Jack must be 18. The question simply was, how old will he be in 5 years' time? Well, if he's 18 today, in 5 years' time, in 5 years, Jack is going to be his current age plus a 5. That's all. I don't know why we're making such a big fuss. It's just 18 plus 5. Once we find his current age, make sure you do not pick 18 as the answer. Is 18 one of the answer choices? Oh, this is very interesting. They have not put 18 as one of the answer choices. I was about to say, a second ago, as soon as I said, is 18 one of the answer choices, I was about to answer that question myself by saying, that was a pretty stupid question. Of course 18 is going to be one of the answer choices because they are hoping that you are not paying attention. But interestingly enough, they have not put 18 as one of the answer choices. This is strange. Lucky for us. So even if you forget to add 5 to it, you will not end up picking anything wrong because it's not there. But anyways, 18 plus 5, which is 23. 23 is the answer, which is answer choice D. The answer is D. Alright? I will see you tomorrow. Bye now.